Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're talking about the Sydney and Melbourne Festival as well as launching the London LiftOff Film Festival.
Yeah, we've got a busy end to the year, which is very exciting.
Absolutely, and seeing some of the projects that are doing incredibly well during the Sydney and Melbourne Festival, I can't wait to share some of those with you here today.
If you tuned in last week for the first roundup, we've got significant jumps in all the different stats that we're going to be shouting out, including all the playthrough figures, the voting figures, the number of people watching. It's very exciting.
So I'm Natalie, I'm the General Manager here at LiftOff Global Network.
I'm Claire, and this is Rupert.
If you are in the chat room, feel free to shout out what your favourite film has been so far, or just tell us who you are and if you're tuning in for the London Festival or the Sydney and Melbourne. We'll be keeping a close eye on the chat room. Also, if you do have any questions, we will do our best to answer any of those as they come in.
Absolutely. Hello to Sagar Singh, who's screening their film EINS. And we've got Anthony, who's tuning in from Australia. So it must be, 11 p.m. for you. So thanks for joining us.
Fantastic. Shall we crack on and start with the Sydney and Melbourne?
Let's do it. So like I said, we'll be taking a look at each of the 4 programmes.
So just to recap then, that yes, this part of the stream is all about the audience choice, but at this moment in time, we have a full jury going through each and every one of the films taking part in the festival. And when it comes to the network round, we will be moving a handful of films across from the audience choice, but also the jury to take part into that network round. Let's start with the features. So currently we're on 51 viewers, 465 playthroughs, and 13 countries currently watching us. And the current votes are on 30. So the first film that we have is 3 Devi on 11 votes. So well done to director Ashwin A. Matthews, and this is a drama thriller from India. 3 Devi is a riveting story of 3 women, a leading actress, an entrepreneur and a bride-to-be, and an assistant director who are fed up of the male chauvinism in their respective fields. Well done for being currently in the lead on 11 votes there. Next up, we have The Ripple Effect, which is currently on 4 votes, and this is directed by Peter Dixon from Australia. And this is a documentary. So The Ripple Effect is a raw and emotional exploration of the ongoing effects of racism, discrimination and bullying to our mental health. It doesn't end in the moment. We are seeing tragic results daily across the country, especially in the Indigenous communities. With real life stories and accounts of the ways to help combat discrimination and the flow of effects of our mental health, we want this film to make a serious and lasting impact for change.
Amazing.
It's a very, very strong documentary.
Very cool. Moving then on to our judges select shorts. We've got 77 people watching this now from 12 different countries across the globe. 713 playthroughs we're on now. So all of these figures are looking so good for this festival. Going to be really exciting to see what we end on for each of those on the 20th when the festival closes.
We're only halfway through.
Yep, there you go. So in pole position at the moment is a new film, Sticks and Strings, directed by Luke Antoon, who was in one of the tied positions last week but has now shot to the top on 11 votes. So this is a coming-of-age musical, which is interesting because we're seeing more and more musical films sort of like coming through our platform as we're beginning to see more and more hit the cinemas as well with things like Annette, West Side Story, In the Heights. So that's really cool. Casey's only dream in life is to learn the guitar. But when her brother refuses to teach her, she must go to whatever length possible to connect with him once more. So go and check that out on 11 votes. Then we've got Defying Gravity by Sam Martin on 5 votes. We've got 2 films tied on 5 votes this week. And this is a history, identity, contemporary film that's exploring different social issues. Katia Schwartz is a deaf and queer professional aerial performer and the owner, founder of Sky Sirens Dance Studio in Sydney. After an unexpected diagnosis with a profound hearing loss, not once but twice, she's compelled to reflect on her own identity, life and career. Katia's story is a unique journey through passion, loss and love from a perspective rarely represented on screen. So that's amazing. And then a film that we spoke about last week, Excuse Me, You're Bleeding, is still there in the top of the audience votes on 5, directed by Nicholas Lawler, a short romance drama from Australia again. Ethan is bleeding from his back, but how? When he tries to find the source, the steps lead him to Kate. In time it will make sense, even if it's hard to see past the broken dashboard.
Okay, so moving on then to Trendsetters shorts. We are currently on 76 viewers with 902 playthroughs. This will hit 1,000, I reckon.
We always love it when it hits 1,000.
And then that's playthroughs, so that is people watching all of the content.
Yeah.
12 countries are watching at the moment, and then we have 42 votes that are currently in, which means that there is a hell of a lot of votes to come in, so this could all change. But currently in the lead, we have Bloom, which is on 5 votes. And this is directed by Paul de Sank. And this is a comedy short. Bloom tells the light-hearted comic tale of Betty, an elderly woman whose rich inner life belies her seemingly controversial appearance. Well done. And then moving on to the next film, we have Cheat Rent, which is currently on 3 votes. And this is directed by Seb Bellew Thompson. And this is a student dark comedy horror film. So, busy tidying up his house inspection, the last thing Charlie was expecting was to find another dead body on his living room floor. It's nice to see comedy films making their way to the top here.
Always. And then last but not least, then we have our new voice shorts, screening a load of projects that are either the first or second credit of either the director or producer, which is really cool because we love that at LiftOff. We've got 83 people watching this programme, 749 playthroughs. So again, these are all great figures, really, really cool. People watching from 9 countries, and 66 of those 83 votes are in. So top still this week is The Little Bird, Neil Halsey. This is directed by. 2 vignettes of a boy's life connected through memory. And Nat was saying how much she loves this poster.
I think it's a great poster. It's very just sleek.
Simple but effective.
Yeah, very effective.
Nice. So yeah, lots of people loving this film. Go and check it out if you haven't seen it. And Snov Swim, directed by Lee William Williamson, who told me how to pronounce this.
I just looked at you like, is that how you say it?
Yeah. Lee told me that is how you pronounce it. And he was like, go on, give it a go.
Snov.
Snov. That's the Irish saying for this. The Irish pronunciation, I should say. Lee told me this when we jumped on our focus group. So I should say a big thank you now as well to everyone who joined the focus group call with me yesterday. It was really, really cool to hear about some more of your filmmaking journeys and upcoming projects. So thank you. But yeah, this is Lee's film that we've been screening on our LiftOff circuit quite a bit this year. And it's from Ireland. It's a short doc about Colm, a 70-year-old open water swimming veteran who tells us of his 50 years experience and passion for Irish water.
Fantastic. I can also see that Neil Hussey is in the chat room here as well. Who's the director of The Little Birds that we just mentioned.
Nice.
Welcome.
And congratulations. And also hi to Steve, who's joined, and Ipshi Tapau, who are also in the chat room.
Fantastic. Well, that is everything for the Sydney and Melbourne roundup. Just to remember there that we also have a jury watching all of these films as well. So there'll be 2 films moving across from the audience choice and also the judges select as well. Great. So
Let's run through the London programmes.
Okay, cool.
Because we have just this week launched our London LiftOff Film Festival, which is crazy because that means we are at the end of the 2021 festival circuit.
That's 12.
Where has the year gone?
It's been crazy. That's 12 festivals and
many showcases.
I was going to say a handful, but it's more than a handful of showcases that we've been running this year. So I guess a massive thank you to everyone who's been involved with all the LiftOff festivals. It's great
to see. And for sticking with us through what's been, undoubtedly a turbulent year. But for us, it's just been a pleasure to continue to screen amazing work, see amazing support for it. A big thank you.
This also
we're very excited for LiftOff. You're in red?
I'm in red for London, yeah.
Red for London.
This also means that the season awards is coming up pretty quickly.
It does.
And we're still unsure what is happening with the event due to the new Omicron variant, and we're just going to have to wait and see what happens over the season, the Christmas season, until we can announce if we're doing a live event or an online event. But it is
these won't be going anywhere.
These won't be going anywhere, but it is looking likely that it will be an online event. We will inform everyone who has been nominated so far as to what we are planning on doing. And there's loads of nominations left. And Claire is right. These trophies, we have 14 of these that will be going out to filmmakers who win in their category. So lots of exciting times ahead.
But London. So we have 5 programmes currently screening on Vimeo On Demand. And we'll talk about this in a bit. We also have a day of live events tomorrow in Shoreditch, which we are super excited for as well. But let's start with taking a look at our online programmes. Like I said, we've got 5. We've got 2 feature programmes and 3 programmes of short films for people to enjoy until the 3rd of January. Yes. So all over the Christmas season. I think we said this last year. We were like, forget all those Christmas films. Put this on, because you can put this you can watch these on any of the TVs where you can put on Vimeo as an app.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So just to recap prizes then for the new filmmakers who are joining us for London. We just mentioned the Season Awards. That's correct. There will be a handful of films that will be nominated from the London Online Festival for Season Award nominations. We have 14 different categories, everything from Best Short Film, Best Feature Film, Art Direction, Acting Ensemble, Best Actor, Music Video, Animation,
Post-production,
First Time Filmmaker, Cinematography. There's 4 more. What are they? We have lots of nominations to fill up still, so fear not. Also, if you haven't been nominated directly from a festival, we go back and look over the full season to see if we can fill up some of those slots. So we will be announcing all of the Season Award nominations once the London Film Festival has closed. So yes, handful of nominations for the Season Awards. We also have the Audience Choice Award, where we'll be inviting, again, between 3 and 4 filmmakers to join us on our YouTube channel, where we delve in and do a director's commentary roundtable with each of those winning filmmakers. We actually have the Paris one taking place on Tuesday. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do check out our YouTube channel. The link is there, and you can click save so you're notified when we go live for that event. But we'll be doing a similar one for London, Sydney and Melbourne. So lots of fun things to come. Then finally, we have the overall winners that will be screening with us in London 2022. At a fantastic independent cinema there.
Which will be a full-blown live event again.
Full-blown live events, Q&As with filmmakers, networking. We just cannot wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say hi to Chris, who's in the chat room. He says, thanks so much for selecting Existential Therapy, who is coming along in person to Saturday's events. So it'll be really nice to see you there.
Perfect.
But yeah, let's just take a quick look at which programmes we've got. So we've got our Judges Select Features programme. So this is, we've got 25 or so, I believe, really top-rated feature films from our jury. Documentary and live action in there. So nice variation.
Then we have our Trendsetters features, which, again, has been judged very highly from all of the juries so far. These are the films that our judges have found that there is really something special, a special story, or some what's the best way to say it? There's something unique in style, but there is something unique coming from the filmmakers, and they're ones to watch. Absolutely.
Then we have our Judges Select Shorts. So again, this was the very, very highly rated short films out of all of the submissions this year. Complete mixture of genres, again, everything from music video to animation, documentary to live action, and lots of genre content too. So that's all in there.
And similarly with the features, again, we have our Trendsetter shorts where the jury are highlighted the filmmaker or an aspect of the film which they think is absolutely incredible and worth sharing with everyone who is taking part in the festival and watching from outside.
And then, as usual, we have new voices. So this is emerging grassroots talent from London and beyond. As we say, the way we qualify it here is it's either the first or second credit, or student films. We've got lots of student projects there too. But an early credit from one of the heads of department. So generally speaking, we're looking at the director or producer.
Yes. Fantastic.
Those are our 5 programmes.
Cool. So the London event is taking place tomorrow. If we head over to our website now, you'll be able to find tickets. The event is almost sold out for the second screening, and the exclusive members event is completely sold out now. We have booked all of those spaces up. So the members event, to give you an insight of what it is, we will be doing mini pitches with our members, whether that is a script, a trailer, or a short concept, or anything that you'd like to share with us. And then you'll get to stand up and network with the other creatives in the room. It's a really, really great twist on a traditional networking. You get to see the people, the other filmmakers' work or screenwriters' work there, and then the conversation starts. We absolutely love doing networking this way. We feel like it's way more beneficial, and people really get to connect with each other off the bat, rather than that awkward hello, hi. No, this works so much better.
We've seen it work really well. Before COVID put an end to our live events, we'd started doing these in each of our cities, so that members based in all of the cities around the world that we visit can come along to one.
Exactly. And then we have our LiftOff award-winning film screening. And these are films that won the online festival last year, as well as a handful of season award-nominated films. This is an incredibly strong screening, and I cannot wait to sit back and watch these again in a live cinema space. So for everyone who has managed to get tickets for this event, you've really got something to look forward to. And as I mentioned earlier, there are still a handful of tickets left. The only thing I will note now, just in case some of you who are coming along tomorrow are watching, we will be checking for either your NHS COVID pass or a negative lateral flow confirmation. And masks are now mandatory to wear in cinema spaces. So we will be following the new regulations.
Yeah, but it's a great venue. We were there yesterday for the screen test, right in the heart of Shoreditch. So yeah, we can't wait to see you there. It's a really intimate but lovely indie venue.
With an amazing bar.
With a great bar.
With a great bar. Perfect. Okay, cool. And then for everyone who is new to the LiftOff festivals, we have invited you all to join us on the LiftOff Network Members Hub. So what we were just explaining there about the exclusive members event, that is for our intermediate and professional members. But everyone who is taking part in either an online screening or live screening will be invited to join us on the hub here.
For the basic level of membership.
For the basic level of membership, exactly. But this is fantastic platform to connect with the filmmakers who are also taking part in the screenings. Claire, do you want to take us through a little guided tour of the platform?
There's just lots of conversations going on, people sharing useful information. Everybody who's in the basic level still has access to our jobs dashboard, where loads of great opportunities come up, people introducing themselves. Use this like social media, so you can find members on the left-hand side here. You can search for people who are close to you geographically speaking. You can search via the tags that people add for themselves, whether that's like director or whether you're looking for writers, all sorts of different options available. And then on events as well, we will have here the network round, which when it goes live, that will be here, so you'll be able to watch those films as well. So yeah, lots going on.
And as we were just mentioning about reaching out to the other filmmakers, you can see there that there are quite a few people online at the moment. Yeah. And all you have to do is find the filmmaker or the film that you are interested in connecting with, and then reaching out to them directly. It's, as Claire said, like a Facebook chat system. It's very, very unique, and it's amazing for networking. Cool. I think there might be a few questions coming in.
So simply, GJ says, thanks so much for selecting our music video. LAW by Arj Media Productions. Barbara says, thank you for selecting Do You Remember Your Mother's Hands. Leo Powell says, Step Back is screening in the festival.
Wow.
And Mahendra says, is saying hello to Cigar. And Anthony's film At Addicts is screening in the Sydney and Melbourne Festival and the London Festival.
Wow.
So that's fantastic.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us on today's stream. We will be back next Friday for a final, or you will be back next Friday for a roundup, and join us on Tuesday where we have 2 streams. We have the jury highlights from the Sydney and Melbourne Festival. So as what we were mentioning earlier with the jury also taking a look at the programme, they'll be highlighting just a few films that they think are standouts. So I highly recommend giving that a watch. They'll be taking place at 11 a.m. British time on Tuesday, and then later on in the afternoon we have our Paris roundup with the directors, and we're doing that director's commentary style for the winners of the Audience Choice Award, and I believe that is taking place at 2:00 on Tuesday. So lots of exciting things coming your
Just
way.
one last question from Sagara saying, how do you vote? So if you're screening in sessions, all that information will be coming your way very, very shortly when the festival goes live on Monday. If you're screening in Sydney and Melbourne or London LiftOff, whenever you rent a ticket, along with that ticket link, you also get a link to a personal voting form, and it's a very simple online form where you select your 2 favourite films.
And there we have it. For those who are joining us at Close Up in Shoreditch tomorrow, we'll cannot wait to see you. Yeah, we will see you there. And for everyone else, we look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.